What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Cosmic Carry here, bringing you another World of Tanks video, and today I should be doing a quick look. It's not a review, it's kind of a preview, review, I haven't got a clue what it is. A quick look at the M56 Scorpion, which was released today, along with the T28 concept, for the pricely sum of 5,400 gold. Or you can get the T28 concept for 7,000, or you can get them both for 12,000 gold. Totally up to you. These two tanks are totally worth the gold, absolutely 100%. They're very unique individual tanks, and they're really cool to play in. And it's been a while since they released a tank which was 100% kind of like a keeper. I mean, the premium tanks, you're gonna keep them either ways. Either or. Sorry if you can hear the washing machine in the background there, but getting into these tanks and playing these tanks, especially the Scorpion, my attitude was like, really, this is seriously cool tank. You know, it seriously is a cool tank. And why is that? Because it's just so unique. It has all these like unique properties, and if you kind of take advantage of the positives, you will do well, in my personal opinion. You know, and the gun is pretty decent. I mean, pretty much it's nothing more than a gun on wheels. It's not even a tank, so to speak. It's just a gun on a bicycle kind of thing, you know, rolling around and shooting stuff. But the things that make this tank unique is the size. It's tiny, and I have yet to play in a tank that is so tiny and has 10 degrees of gun depression. And you'll notice, like in this game, where I'm just blasting away, I'm just poking these ridge lines just barely, and I hardly get lit up, you know. Well, there you go, I got lit up. But and if you can take advantage of the positives of this tank, which is tiny size, 10 degrees of gun depression, people can just barely see you. I mean, there's a lot of talk about the armor on this tank, and I truly don't understand what's the deal with 1mm of armor. I mean, there is no such thing. You know, 1mm is 1mm. 1mm is I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, 1mm is the thickness of tinfoil. No, I mean, maybe a couple of sheets of tinfoil, or so that's kind of 1mm. Seriously. But bottom line, I don't know. You know, it's a video game at the end of the day. It's, you know, it's not ultra realistic or something like that. But whatever shoots you is going to pen you. You know, and you need to understand that. And you've only got so many hit points, and bottom line, you just need to understand that. And keep in mind that it does not get preferential matchmaking. The T28 concept does. This tank 100% does not. But I found myself working the ridge lines like crazy, like unlike any other tank. I'm assuming when people look at me, because I haven't seen that many of these tanks out there yet. I've played about 10 games in the thing. They can barely see me. You know, maybe they can get shots on target. If they were able to see me, you know, even I'm guessing when I'm lit up, I'm barely visible, you know, because I'm just poking the ridge line. You can just barely see a sliver of my tank. You know, that's what I'm guessing anyway. But the gun is pretty decent. You'll see in this game. This was literally, I think, my first or second game, and it kind of surprised me how good and bad the gun is. You know, it wasn't fantastic, it wasn't great, it was you know, it's a 90mm. Your DPM is about 2k. Keep in mind, like an E25 pumps out almost 3k. Penetration is a decent 219. Damage is 240. It's pretty decent, but the accuracy, I think it was 0.31 or 0.32. I did find that the accuracy was lacking somewhat, you know, and possibly maybe that might be down to the fact that I think I was running a crew that only literally, I think we had 6 cents and that was about it. I'm not sure if I had brothers in arms, but it was okay. And you'll notice something that happens in this game, which doesn't happen very often. I'm trying to think when it was the last time I ran out of ammo, but I do run out of ammunition, which was surprising. I mean, possibly maybe I was just there was an element definitely of me simply wasting my shots. You know, I did waste quite a few shots, but the way the game was neck and neck. You know, it was 50-50, so I didn't feel like my team were in kind of any hurry to win the game, so to speak. So I thought, okay, I need to keep firing. You know, I didn't have much faith in this team. So you're trying to pen the lower plate of this E75. I do eventually get it. I think I get it. See, yeah, when he lifts up, yeah, but that's different. That's, you know, he's presented his lower plate as a bigger target, so that's not my accuracy coming into play. That's just he, you know, handled his tank wrong. Yeah, you know, I'm making quite a few shots, but I'm missing just as many, and I think my hit rate at the end of the my accuracy at the end of this game was something. It was abysmal. I think it was like 40%, something along those lines. But I instantly clicked with what works on this tank. It's just working those ridge lines, using the gun depression, using the camo values of this tank. And I kind of checked it out. I did the camo calculator. I think it's on, I can't remember which website, but it's equal to the E25 in camo values when stationary. Although the E25 does get vents, so that kind of gives the E25 the edge. I'm not sure why I'm comparing it to the E25. I guess because they're both tier 7, but you know, the E25 gets preferential matchmaking. This tank does not. And what else to say about this tank? It's 30 degrees in either direction. 30 degrees to the left, 30 degrees to the right, and the traverse of the gun, the speed of the gun as you move it left to right, is really slow. It's really slow. It becomes very noticeable when you auto lock onto someone, and it's like, why is my tank auto locking? You know, it's just taking forever, you know, because of that. The gun takes forever and a day to move. You know, I'm kind of looking at my shells going, oh god, IS3, are you kidding me? I'm gonna waste a whole bunch of shots. And you know, the gun traverse is really slow. It's really poor, but you know, it's not really the end of the world. I did find myself positioning myself in certain spots that I never would have before, you know, due to the fact this tank was so small. You know, I can hide all over the place, and it's very decent for that. Also, the reverse speed is really poor, you know, compared to your forward speed, your regular speed. And but it is 100% a unique tank, and I see a lot of people doing really well in this tank. If you just need to simply know how to play the thing, you know, 100%. You need to hide your tank. The fact that it doesn't have any armor, the fact that, you know, it only has 820 hit points, it doesn't matter. You know, most of the games I would survive till the end because I would be unseen pretty much, you know, the whole game. I would be, you know, the hidden terror, the hidden sniper, and nobody will see me till the end. You know, I'll be just chewing away at the hit points of the enemy. What else to say about this tank? I like it. I like it a lot. I haven't come across a unique premium tank in a while. You know, ever since I think the E25, I would say, pretty much. You know, for the most part, when you get, you know, a premium tank, it's like, oh, it's okay, it's pretty decent. It'll earn me silver, this, that, da 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 da. But this tank, I like it. I see myself playing it a lot. Not just to grind out crews or earn silver or this or that, but playing it just to play in it, because it's, you know, a challenge to play. It's pretty decent to play. It's very, very unique. A lot of people are gonna hate it, but equally a lot of people are gonna love it. So keep it in mind. It also, I mentioned this before, it does not get preferential matchmaking. T28 concept does. T28 concept in a nutshell is a T95 at tier 7. If you've never played in a T95, I highly suggest you stay away from a T28 concept, because you will loathe it, you will hate it, you will not, you know, you will not like that tank. Absolutely. I'm going to tag on some T28 concept gameplay after this match as well, and it was nothing fantastic, nothing spectacular. Instantly I said to myself, okay, this is a T95 at tier 7, you know, bottom line, 100%. This is a T95. If you've never played a T95, you know, like I said, don't get this tank. You will hate this tank, and unless you know what's in store for you, don't get this tank, because you will say to yourself, you know, I've wasted my money on this tank and I'm gonna sell it because I hate it so much. I got into it and I said, I love this tank. This is a fantastic tank. It looks great. It looks the business. It looks like the Starship Enterprise, 100%. And I was just bouncing. Secret between you and I: if you want to pen one, just hit the machine gun ports, you know, on the left or the right. That's the weak spot. Anyhow, so really neat tanks, you know, both of these tanks. It's really neat, really decent, really like them, really have enjoyed them, absolutely 100%. Shame about this game. You know, this, I know the people will look at it and say, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that. This is literally my first game, you know, this is literally my first game, and how the hell do I know I'm gonna run out of ammo? I should conserve my ammo. I thought I had a ton of ammo, but it is what it is. Very strange with the mastery badge at the end. I didn't get it, and with the result and everything, maybe because it was a defeat, I haven't got a clue. Anyhow, take it easy guys. Adios muchachos. Merry Christmas. I'll see you on the battlefield.